X Tribe Leadership webcast. And hopefully tonight we actually have comments. If the comments work, say hey or check in or say something over there. Want to welcome everybody. You know, we do this every Tuesday night, 6 o'clock Pacific, 9 o'clock Eastern. This week, remember, we are closing out on Thursday night. This is the last week since the change schedule from the holiday schedule. So Thursday night, 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time is the close of the week. We have had, you know, it's easy to say this is our best week ever because every week is our best week ever, really. But this one was really extraordinary. And I want to give a shout out to Fidel and Gloria Cerda, who became a gold this last week. And then the two lovely and talented people you see down at the bottom of the screen, my co-presenters this week, Shai and Yafa Samuel, broke gold director last week. Ann and David Feinstein broke gold director last week. And I'm not going to say any more than this, except from platinum and above, you have to qualify for a number of weeks. So like to be platinum, you have to do it 2 weeks in a row, double platinum 2 weeks in a row. And all I'm going to tell you is there is some people who have done their week 1 qualifications already, so be looking for some possible breaking news next Tuesday night. And last announcement, today is the day my new book is out. It's called Mad Genius. I just checked, it is number 9 on the Barnes & Noble top 100 books in the list right now. So it would be good for our team if this book is a big hit and it hits the bestseller list. It would certainly benefit our team to have that extra publicity. So if you haven't got it yet, run out to a store or bnn.com or amazon.com or whatever. And do me a favor, spread the word. Mad Genius is the hashtag all over social media. Let's push that book and you know, get some extra press. So let's get into some training on the products. And to begin that, I'm going to turn it over to one of our newest gold directors, Miss Ann Feinstein.
Well, thank you, Randy, and congratulations on the new book. We're really excited about that, and we've bought copies of it, been telling all of my friends about it, and we're excited, and we wish you the best of luck. May you be a New York Times bestseller. Tonight, I really want to talk about this whole category and concept of the products. And the thing that I'm most excited about is how simple it is to enjoy these products, to talk about the products, to get excited about the products, because we basically have the 4 categories. We have nutraceuticals, which are wellness products that everyone that I talk to is looking for a way to feel better about themselves, to be able to, you know, boost their immune system and do good things for their body. And so there's a really wonderful selection of products for that. We have our Shape Up products, and I'm going to try to do a screen share here that I was working on before, and we're hoping that this will work this time. Just give me a thumbs up, Randy, if this works for us this time. I get a thumbs up on that one? Let's try it one more time. Not sure.
Okay, I think no, that's me. Let's see. Oh, you're screen sharing me. That's nice.
No, I didn't.
Like that.
One more time here. We'll give it a shot and see if that works. Okay, well, we'll go back to us. Let's put it back to me. Anyhow, the idea here is that with the Shape Up products, we have products that actually can help us with being able to burn fat, to be able to really slow down the metabolism of absorbing those carbs and sugars out of our foods. And we have energy products that give us the zing and the energy and the, as I say, vim and vigor back. And we have anti-aging products that literally can turn back the time in terms of how you feel, and your personal skin has a greater glow, your hair, your nails. I mean, these are just amazing products that are so simple, easy, and wonderful. And I started thinking about a wonderful explanation that we had down in Orlando with Julisa, who really explained each and every one of the products, and then she started to share with a lot of us individually as well as from the platform some of the combinations. And so I jotted down my 7 favorite combinations because, as you can see here, we are drinking and enjoying the products all throughout the day. I have a big basket of the products in our kitchen. We're grabbing them, we're snipping them and pouring them into hot water, cold water all throughout the day. And I have to tell you that my number one, and you might want to jot these down, my number one choice is Vita Energy and On. We call it Vita On. And between giving you the food for the brain with the On and being able to give you physical energy, the two combined together are just the best way to get your body up and going, starting in the morning or in the afternoon, whenever you need that extra boost. I also love On and Turmo Tea because you're burning fat, so that's giving you that inner mechanism of fat metabolism burning, and adding the onto that, again, with mental clarity. So those two are a great combo, and I call that the high-octane energy combo. The second one is we want to relax, chill out, breathe easy. Okay, now I know that up north here in the U.S., that's a big thing, that people just really need to chill out. And so I recommend, as David will say to me, honey, I think you need a Pro Ball and an Off. And that happens to be my combination right now because Pro Ball really is all about hormonal balance, and the Off is helping just take the edge off and yet keep the mental clarity and focus. And that's just a really nice way to end the day with Pro Ball and Off. You could also do Veramis and Off if you find yourself, with you needing a little sinus issue going on, or you got a little stuffiness happening. The Veramis has this wonderful vaporizing that I love, the flavor and the way it just kind of permeates up through your whole respiratory area. So putting that together with Off is wonderful. And then Flex and Off. And Julisa mentioned that to David in particular because if he's having problems sleeping, he may find that it's because of some backaches or whatever, and he just may find that that makes it a little difficult at night for some people to sleep, and that's certainly his issue. So she suggested taking the Off, putting it together with Flex, and having that before you go to bed. So those are my suggestions for that. The third area combo is I like this Stretch It Out or Limber Up. Okay, and she had recommended Beauty In, which is interesting because you're talking about the skin, the nails, and the hair, really adding a lot of luster because it's coming through and helping to tighten up the collagen. So if you give that extra boost of nutrition to the whole skin structure and you take it with the Flex, then as you stretch out, okay, it's going to help you if you have joint issues or you find that you might have some problems in the wrist or any kinds of pain or flexing issues going on. Also, she suggested Flex and Pro Ball. So putting the hormonal balance together with the Flex helps with any anti-inflammatory issues. So that was a great combination. I call the fourth one the Push the Plate Away Appetite Control. And so, if you combine together before a meal and you just say, hey, I just need to push the plate away, then Tino Carb together with Turmo Tea before a meal can really help to control your appetite. And I have a good friend who happens to be with me right here in Bucks County for this next couple of days, and Ginny's been telling me that she's actually lost 5 or 7 pounds in the first week because of that combination right before a meal. So I will tell you that I take it from her and I've used that, and it's a great and it's a delicious combination. Then I call the next one, number 5, the Let It Go category. And that is letting it go, keeping it flowing, or letting it move, and that is Termo T and RGX. Now, for those of you that know that RGX is wonderful for keeping the whole intestinal tract going, if people are looking for that kind of let-it-go relief, combined with the Termo T is terrific. So that's a great combination. And the second one is liquid fiber and Termo T, because good fiber in the body is going to keep things going and let it go. Together with the Termo T, it's going to get the body moving, metabolizing better. That's a great combo. Number 6, tighten it up, baby. Okay, and that is Beauty In and Pro Ball. And I can tell you that, again, I'm getting feedback from friends who are finding that, you know, this whole area in here that we start to see get a little loose and a little, you know, whatever you want to call it, ladies or guys, everything's been tightening up. Start to feel the tightening up in here. The combination is Beauty In and Pro Ball. It's a great combo. And the same thing can be said for Beauty In and the Flora Live. Because if you've got good things going on in your gut, and things are moving, and you've got great things going on with the skin, then everything is tightening up. And that's a good thing, from here to here to here. And the 7th one, again, my favorite, is what I call the Barry White Valentine recipe. Now, I was talking to David, and I said, what is that great, sexy, wonderful musician that sings? And he comes up and he says, Barry White. And I said, I just got this whole idea with Passion, our newest product, or one of the new 3 products, to light up the passion. And if you need to, you can add some on so you can have mental clarity during that moment. Or Passion together with Off if you need to decompress and have a little passionate moment going on in your life. Or if you really want to get it going, Randy, you can do Passion and Vita Energy, and you can tell all your friends and give great testimonials at your next home meeting. So those are my suggestions for great combinations, guys. I hope you liked it. And I'll turn it back to you, Randy.
All right, got a little Barry White going on. All right, so now that we had our little product training from Ms. Feinstein, thank you for all that. Last week we talked about this, and I was just sampling a little Barry White. I don't want any copyright infringement issues, okay? Just a little sample, okay? Last week we talked about this process, particularly for you guys in pre-launch operation, like here in the States, people who have contacts in Argentina, Dominican Republic, Spain. This idea of getting 3 to 5 serious people on the left, 3 to 5 serious people on the right, and what that could mean for you. And it's just great advice no matter what country you're building. So to talk about how to do that, we wanted to get some training on that from our other newest gold, Mr. Shai Samuel. So Shai, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Thank you, Randy. Can you hear me well?
Yeah, coming through great.
Okay. So I'm really excited. And yes, we are excited for all of us to, being gold, but I'm excited for the goals that are coming, and the new people that broke gold in our team. And that's something that we're going to see more and more. And those people, all of them, have one thing in common. They started, and that's the thing, It's like, okay, you join Fusion, you place an order of whatever you place, and my recommendation is always at least one of each, and then if you need some specific area, take more. But on the other hand, I tell people, you do what you can afford. I mean, what I love about Fusion is the fact that it allows you to go as much as you can afford yourself, and you don't have to break your bank in order to go in. But if you have a proper order, this is what actually duplicates, because it is about modeling the behavior. So if you do join in the right way, you're already halfway through, because when you get people, you get the volume, and with few people, you get it in. So the answer to the question is actually this amazing title by the wonderful Randy Gage. It's not new. It's an old book. I think 3 years old or something. It's very small. It's like 60 pages. You can read it in an hour. And the answer to the question is making the first circle works. And actually, the secret is by realizing that the first circle is you. Okay. So what do we need to do? We need to actually do everything that is in this guide, the accelerator guide. You know, we need to get to understand where we are, what we need to do, and more important than anything, after you connected with your why and with your goals, is that you start working on this list. Okay, because this list is the key for the next step. If you have 20, 30 people in the list, you can get 10 people to start, because the first 10 that will say no, your list is gone. So you need to have at least 100, 200 people in the list where you can call. And what I do, well, I do just massive calls. I just call people and I introduce them, I send them, I open the door and I ask them if I can send them an email. And then when I do that, I just follow up. And the money is always in the follow-up. And you know what? A lot of people join us, and our team because of our persistence. So don't think about you're not comfortable with calling people again and again until they say yes or no. People actually looking at you and checking. And if you are persistent, people actually respect that. So once you get people going, and some of them join, you get 3, 5 in each side. The next step is to show them that they are already a little bit, some percentage into the first rank. Okay. So what you do with them the training, and then you open you ask them to open their back office and look at the rank advance, and a lot of them will be surprised to recognize or discover that they already have, half of what they need to be supervisor. You know what really moves people and encourage them to move forward? A check. It's always the best thing, And it's not the money. Those first checks are not $1,000 or $5,000. They are, $80, $70, $50, whatever they are. It's the fact that you earn money, and when you get people to break the first rank, enroll 1 left, 1 right, they got a check. What they want is to move to the next one. And you will be surprised if you go and you use your back office and you use the rank advance option in your back office, which is under my business, and it's actually under this percentage. If you look at this percentage circle and you click below that, the person will get to his rank advance. He will discover that many times that not just the executive is very close, maybe the senior executive is close, and that encourages people even more. So what we need to do, we need to get the team into momentum. The way to get the team into momentum is get yourself into momentum. So you do a massive focus, I call it, and it doesn't have to be 1,000 calls. It's like a week or 2 that you massively move and get the people, and then you don't rest. You get them into the same process and engage them with the team system and with those calls, and you get going. And don't worry if you get some of them that are off track. The only thing you need to do is to get the team on track and show them the way. And many times people recognize that, sometimes they don't, and that's fine. And then once they hit their ranks, then you're there. So it's all about persistence and calling people and get your enrollment in place, and then help other people to do the same, and it's very simple. We don't hear you, Randy. You're muted.
Yeah. Okay. Now you got me right?
Yes.
Yeah, I clicked on mute. I don't know what happened. Thank you, Shai. Let's talk about how that plays out in terms of what we're doing right now. I did a little wrap-up at the event we did in Orlando, and I suggested that people tape it. And it was the end of the day, and Ann had her final thoughts. I had my final thoughts, and I said, "Hey guys, turn on your cameras and get this, because I think it's a very historic day, and there's some important information that are really relevant to prospects." So a lot of people did that, and I can say I think that's how Billy Looper went gold last week. Was he did that video and he put it up on YouTube, and man, he just had everybody watching that video. So people have asked me what were some of the things that I talked about there, and I think this is really helpful from a recruiting standpoint of where we are at this point in the game with Fusion, because we're at something very historic that has never been done before, a very unique, perfect storm of opportunity, because we're pre-launch in the United States, one of the largest countries in the world, 300 million some people. Looking for a launch probably April. I would say bookend your or put a tentative date in your calendar, the second weekend in April, because that's one of the days we're seem to be zeroing in on, but we'll tell you for sure when it's definite. But a market this size to be in pre-launch, that's always an exciting thing. Anytime anybody's in pre-launch in a market like this with a hot, sexy product story like we've got with Fusion, that's going to be pretty enticing. But not only are we in that and pre-launch or about to launch with those other countries, Dominican, Spain, Argentina, but to do it with a company that is $100 million company with manufacturing facilities around the world, with the cost of goods, because they have their own manufacturing facilities in a strong financial state. I was just talking with somebody last night who's working in another program, and they were just expressing all their frustration because they can't keep their products in stock, because the company doesn't have the money to really produce the inventory that they need, and they're just running into these product shortages all the time. And they don't control their manufacturing. They don't have their cost of goods. So that's a serious problem for people. So to open a market like this and some of the other ones, and knowing that we're going to expand into Europe, going to expand into Australia, Canada, Asia, Russia, Ukraine, all those other countries in the next few years, and to do it with a $100 million company. And then here's the other part of the equation: the leadership team, the kind of proven, experienced leaders that we have with X-Tribe. And I mean, we're starting with Luca Merloni and Lily Rosales, Edison, and then the people here in the States, the ones you see on the webcast tonight, Jaime Loquier, Alberto and Daphne Zerlinger, Maru, Paul Devlin, Billy Looper. I mean, we've got an extraordinary leadership team which has produced a lot of volume, a lot of sales, a lot of rank advancements, literally billions of dollars in sales over decades. So to have that team, these markets, this timing, and a $100 million company with all the resources like that, this is why I told the people in Orlando, if you really understood what that meant in this business, if you had experience in it like I do, and you know what that would mean, you wouldn't even sleep at night. You'd be like me, you know, just worked all day, had a great day, just crashed. I drank my off so I could sleep, and I'm still just thinking, wow, this person just broke that rank, and this person is going for that rank, and what an opportunity we have. And I think of the emails I have in my box, and the calls I did yesterday with Herman down in Colombia, and he's telling me, people are calling me, people are emailing me, everybody's, how can I get with Fusion? I said, what did you expect, Herman? We have something really special here. And then I did another call, Skype, with Herman, as a matter of fact, with a lady who had some experience in our profession. And I talked a little bit about these things, and then there was the other thing that I mentioned to her that I think is really relevant. So anytime you're talking to anybody who understands our profession, who's been in network marketing, explored network marketing, thought about it. And this is a very big number now. I was chatting with Paul Devlin on a Sunday night on my way back from Las Vegas, and we just talked about how different the environment has become since he and I both started in the profession years ago, and how network marketing was so unknown, and there was so much skepticism about it and so much unfamiliarity with it, and now it's in Forbes and Fortune and USA Today, and everybody knows somebody who's built a huge network in one of the companies, or everybody knows somebody who's making $20,000 a month or $30,000 a month with one of these companies in our space. And it's really reached the mass market, the general consensus, and people know all about it. So when you're talking to people who are aware of it, here's the 3 things about the product line that you just got to let them know about, which is, and this is what I was telling this lady, because she had been in a couple of nutritional programs who are very well-known, household name companies, and we were talking about our experience, and I told her, Elizabeth, let me tell you what's different now. Number 1 is, for the first time in your career, you won't be asking people to make behavior changes. You're just going to tell them, you drink juice anyway, you buy energy drinks, or you buy athletic drinks, you drink coffee, you drink tea, you might make smoothies. Just make healthier versions of them. Just drink healthier versions of them, so you don't have to change the behavior. Number 2 thing, you don't have to educate people, again, on why this ingredient is good or why they should take this nutrient or that nutrient. Again, they're already drinking teas, coffees, juices, energy drinks, athletic things. Just drink healthier versions. And the 3rd thing I told her is, Elizabeth, you aren't going to have to be begging people and trying to convince them why they should pay 3 or 4 or 5 times more than products that they would buy in the store, the department store, the supermarket, or the convenience store, or anywhere else, because the Fusion products are real products for real people at real prices. The cost of goods is there, so the retail price is there. We're talking about sachets for $1 and change. I think our highest products, the most expensive ones, are $2 a sachet, and that is full retail price. And every team member gets 20 to 30% off, depending on where they are in terms of the comp plan. So these are really affordable products, and that makes all the difference in the world. So that's it, training for tonight. Remember, closeout is Thursday night this week, 11:59 Eastern Time, 3 hours later Pacific, 1 hour later Central Time. Go to your Soy Fusion site, look at where you're at, look at the My Next Rank thing, and it'll tell you what that is, and it'll give you a percentage. And then if you're not at 100%, and actually if you are at 100%, think about what the next rank, and click the little right-hand corner that says View Rank Qualifications, and then put in the rank that you're going for. It'll tell you what percent you're there and exactly what you need. You're looking for green check marks for everything, and anything you see a red X, it'll tell you, oh, you need 4,000 pay leg volume, and you have 3,800 or whatever that might be, and it'll tell you exactly what you need to get to where you want to go. And then make sure you set aside some time Thursday night earlier, looking at your key people, your key leaders, get them, pull them up, go to the My Team section, look where they are, and see if you've got anybody who's 1 or 2 customers away or 1 or 2 team members away from their next rank. So go out and have an amazing week. Thanks for being on, everybody. We will see you back here again next Tuesday night. Good night.
Bye, everyone.